Okay, should you use QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Xero? Which one's best for your new small business? Okay, so you've set up a small business. Maybe you're a consulting firm, freelance company, or maybe you're just a mom and pop shop and you would like to set up some type of accounting software to keep track of your expenses. If you're doing the right thing, you've got your LLC or your proprietorship or your S Corp set up. You've got your bank account for your business, so you're putting all of your transactions in a different account and keeping your business and your personal and your business separated completely. But you still need to know who owes you money, who you owe money. Perhaps you've got invoices that are outstanding. You need to keep track of where the spending is happening. Basically, you need basic accounting. And now there's a lot of software packages out there for you. So which one should you use? Should you use something like QuickBooks or FreshBooks or Xero? Which one is the best one? I'm not going to tell you exactly which one is the best one because it's a very religious argument that you're going to find out that some people just love FreshBooks. Some people love QuickBooks. Some people love Xero. None of them are bad in any situation. They're accounting software. They do what they're supposed to do. What I tend to do is use what the professional uses. Now, there's a couple of things that I defer to professionals and I don't do myself. One is accounting and the other one is legal. So I have an accountant that does all of my accounting, helps me with my taxes, helps me make sure that I stay on the up and up in that regard. And the other one is other legal. So we're not talking about legal and lawyer stuff, but we're talking about accounting. And anytime I'm working with another professional, I prefer to use the tools that they're familiar with. Why? Because it makes their life easier. They know how to navigate the tool. They know how to do things that they need to know how to do in order to do their job correctly. So if I were to track everything in Notepad or Excel and they do all of their work in QuickBooks, well, that's now going to be a royal pain because they need to get everything into QuickBooks for them to do their job effectively. Maybe they work in FreshBooks. Okay, maybe I have to get it over there. You kind of get the point. So I tend to use whichever one my accountant is using. In my accounting, I have always used QuickBooks. It's something I've used. I use QuickBooks Online. There's different versions. There's the QuickBooks Desktop, and then there's the QuickBooks Online. I tend to use QuickBooks Online because my accountant specializes in QuickBooks, so it works really well for them. I know many people in freelancing, consulting, software businesses that absolutely despise QuickBooks. They hate it. That's okay. They've chosen to use another type of accounting software, and it works for them. For what I'm doing, though, I want to make sure that my accountant is comfortable. They know where to move inside of QuickBooks and do the jobs they do. So I use that tool. Now, if your accountant uses FreshBooks or Xero or QuickBooks, that's cool. What I recommend that you do is once you find your accountant that you're going to be working with, ask them what software they're comfortable with the most. If they say, hey, I like to use either QuickBooks or FreshBooks are the two that I use the most, well, cool. Now you have an option. If you prefer to use either one of those, great. Maybe they say Xero. Maybe they even say some new platform you've never heard of as well. My goal here is just to make their job as easy as possible because if I make their job easier, what's going to happen is most likely I'm going to encounter less problems because there's less opportunity for failure. There's less opportunity for mistakes to happen. And furthermore, your bill is most likely going to be a lot lower because they're working in a tool that they know how to navigate and operate correctly. If I give them a bunch of let's say I just give them all my bank statements, say, here you go, here's my receipts and bank statements, go to town. Well, now they have to untangle this huge mess that I've done for them when I could have maybe just invited them to my online accounting software, whichever one it is, and then they can kind of go in there and navigate accordingly. And maybe they still do need my statements for reconciliation or whatever, but I am making the best attempt to make their life as easy as possible so they can provide me with the best result possible for what I'm hiring them for. So that's what I recommend. Just talk to your accountant, talk to whoever you're working with, whatever professional it is, see what software they recommend, see which one they usually work with the best. Again, and this is not a promotion of any one of these particular ones. I just happen to use QuickBooks. I've been using it for over a decade. It works for me. I know many people that use FreshBooks, and I know many people that use Xero. So use whatever one works for your business and works with your accounting company, with the end result being make their life easier so they can get the job done that you need them to do as cheap as possible. I hope that helps.